Alright, so here I've just got a picture of my UI in an arena game, and I'm kind of just going to go over the different elements. So we have here my main 3 bars at the bottom. I put them like this using bartender, and I've got a couple of other random things on the side. And I like it like this just to keep it clean, keep everything in the middle nice and easy. We've got this energy bar here, which is a Weakauras. As you can see, my healer is CC'd here by the Strangulate. That's going to be big debuffs. And big debuffs is also going to be here my proc. You can see my proc. You can see this, I think this is the Stone Core Totem Shield for the Shaman. And as far as the unit plates go, I just use the default Blizzard ones, but I run a script in order to have them look the class colors. By default, they're just going to be like red. What else have we got? So we've got right here, you can see I've got a proc. And this one is Spell Activation Overlay. These are actually supposed to be default in Cataclysm, so I'm hoping Blizzard will fix it someday, but I do have to use an add-on for this right now. So this one is going to be Predator Swiftness, and then there's a green one at the side that you might see. It's not there right now, but that one is going to be my Clear Casting proc. And so another thing is, you see this icon on the totems. This actually comes from Gladi. I'll show this in a minute. Gladi is going to be this arena frame right here, but it also gives you some really cool options like showing the totem icon on top of what it is so you can see it from a distance. So I'm just going to play this through a little bit, and we can see that I got a full Cyclone onto this Gargoyle, and my Priest got a double Fear onto this DPS, and this CC on top of the nameplate is also big debuffs. And what did I not say? In the corner I've got, which one is this? This one is Details, that's what it is. Details damage meter. This is just the best damage meter out there. You can see your own DPS and the enemy team's DPS, and it's got a ton of different settings for you to go into and look at the different things. And so this is going to be the Gladi, which there's a Gladius, Gladius X, Gladi. They all do basically the same thing. They put arena frames here that you can see the trinket, and you can see the racial, and you can see CC on the target, and you can also see the DR. You have the DR trackers. Alright, so now I'm going to go over my Weakauras in no particular order. Let's start with this one right here. This one's my energy bar that you see at the bottom of the screen. And what I like about this is it will only show if I'm in combat, and it will stay there even if I swap out of cat form, so I can still see my energy in bear form or caster form, which is quite nice. Next we have this Loss of Alert, which just shows me when I get CC'd. Now there's actually a few add-ons that can do this. You can use Lose Control, I believe, for example, is another one that does the exact same thing. But yeah, it just shows the CC in the middle of the screen. Alright, so we got this one right here, which is the MMR display. This one just shows the MMR on the end screen at the end of a PvP arena game, because the default Blizzard one doesn't show it for some reason. And then we've got these two right here, which are my white procs. So the one on the left is my cloak proc from the Tailoring enchant, Sword Guard Embroidery. And the one on the right is going to be my trinket, which is this one. So I know that when I have both of these up at the same time is a really good time for me to reapply my Rip and my Rake in order to benefit the most from the snapshotting. Alright, next I've got this one, which it doesn't show the icon right now, but this one is for Dark Simulacrum, which is the DK ability, which will put a debuff on me, and it will copy the next spell that I use. So it's big in the middle of the screen when it's up, so I know that I don't want to clone. To give the DK a clone, I can just use a Moonfire or some other useless spell before I use my clone. And lastly, I've got this one right here, which is a Scarebeast Hibernate, which will just show in the middle of my screen when a Hunter or Druid are casting these two animal-specific spells, so I know to shift out of cat form or bear form in order to not be CC'd. So just jumping in game here to kind of look at some of the different settings on certain things that you might want. So for example, if we look at Gladi here, if you want to have the totem bar, it's going to be right here. You go into the load configuration and you scroll down. It's called Totem Plates, so you want to activate this one right here, and then you can change a ton of the settings here. And also, for example, if we click test, we can actually, let me just move that for a bit. we can actually see all of the different settings that we can have. We can actually move things, for example, the diminishing return tracker. I can turn that off or on. I can also show the duration. Because of the dynamic DR, I think the default's at 18. I just kind of leave it at that and just, you know, hope for the best. You can also change the size to make them a little bit bigger or smaller, whatever you might want. Padding, and it also has a ton of other settings right here that you can look at. Let me move that back. Right here, I think it was. Alright, what's next? So another one right here, we've got big debuffs. So if we run test mode, we can see that I have a Psychic Scream on myself, and if I'm the target, I can also see my Psychic Scream right there. And we can also move where these ones are. Alright, that pretty much sums up this video. Anything that I have not mentioned or covered is either a function of the default Blizzard UI, or it's something that is not directly relevant to PvP. For example, my bars being dark, that's Lorty UI, and this chat add-on is called Pratt. Anything else that I might have forgotten, just leave a comment and ask me, and I will answer those as quickly as I can. Thank you very much, and have a good one.
Clone DK, clone DK.
I can't, yeah, I can't. I'm trying, clone now.
Damn it. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. He's gonna shear me, maybe? Oh my god. He should be alive here.
Bash.
I'm alive, I'm alive.
Oh,
I'm alive.
Getting, try, got it.
I'm safe, finish the job.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish now. I've got Berserk in 30.
I faked him.
Are you good?
Double fear here. No trinkets,
Nice.
enough for this. He trinkets it himself.
Into clone.
Yeah,
Yep. Short.
It's okay.
Just fine.
I can't do damage because Necrotic Strike is just... Yep.
Yeah, this thing fell off.